Hello, Flutter experts. Welcome back to another part of our application development journey. And today's session, we will be focusing on refining the checkout process and enhancing the overall user experience. So let's dive into the code. As our application evolves, providing a smooth and intuitive checkout process becomes crucial. In this part, we will be making enhancement to the shopping cart, implement the checkout functionality, and improve the overall user interface. So let's get started. So in today's video, we will be just making our this delete button functional, this delete button functional, and here we will be just getting the quantities and select the quantities from here and showing it here. We will be just managing the quantities also, and we will be just showing the totals of our um products. So I will be just going to my this cart provider class, and here I will be just creating some functions for our this quantity controller and the delete ones, and we just need to also delete all the cards and empty all the local cards. So yeah, we will be just creating some methods in our this class. So for that we will be just doing that. So I'll be just making a function under that first, which will be the quantity update quantity. So we will be just updating quantity from here. So we will be just tackling this issue to just make these numbers um, at the center. So we will be just also uh, doing that, but I will be just creating some kind of functions for delete the update quantity things, and here we just need to get the items also. So for that, now I'll be just creating the void which will be update quantity, and now for the quantity what we just need to get basically. So here, as you know that we just need to update the quantity for each of our this uh, item or the product. So we just also need the product ID to just recognize which item quantity we just want to increase. So for that we just need the item or product ID and the quantity itself. So for that we just need to require them in our this function. So I'll be just doing that, which is product ID, and the other one which will be required is integer, and that will be the quantity. So great. And now I will be just defining the logic. So we just need to update this basically the map here we just created, and here we have just added a item on this map. So we just need to update there on the basis of product ID. So for what we just need to call that, which is basically the cart item, and now we just need to use the update functionality of that. So yeah, now on the basis of the key we can be just able to update that. So what was the key? The key was our product key, as we just defined that in our previous video lectures. So great. So now I will be just providing the key. Basically this will be our product ID. I will be just providing that. So now we will be just using this value. I'll just name it item, so I will be just easily recognizing it. So now I will be just creating the cart model here, and now we just need the cart ID, product ID, and the quantity. So what will be the cart ID? So I will be just getting it from the item, which will be cart ID, and now the quantity, and we are getting the quantity. So yeah, basically here on this function we are just updating the quantity, whatever quantity user will be providing from here. So we will be just updating it um, on the cart. Basically it will be just shown here, so we will be just calling that. And but first we will be just creating all our functions in our this cart provider class, and then we will be just going to our calling things. So we will be just calling that functions of from each of the buttons. So we just need to also call the change notifier, so whenever any value changes, so the provider will just change that and refresh the screen for us. So for that, now we just need to call our this notify listener. So that's it. Now this is our update quantity function, which will just update the quantity. And now we will be just creating another function to just get the total for our this cart, and we will be just showing that here on our this checkout or the bottom sheet. So for that I will be just creating a double, which will be get total. And now for this we will be just making something required. So we will be just getting all of the products. So from where we can just get all the products, so we will be just using our product provider class. So there we are just using and managing the products. So for that we will be just getting the whole class basically, so which will be product provider, and I'll just name it product provider. So yeah, now I'll just create a variable here which will be double, and it will be total. I'll just initialize it with 0, 0.0, and that's it. So now we will be just traversing to all of the list. Basically this is a list or a map, so we will be just using a for loop or each loop. So we just visit all of the products and get the price, and we just need to calculate that. So for that we just use the cart items dot for each here. So we will be just getting that loop, and now inside this loop we will be just defining our logic. So we will be just creating an instance from our product model, which will be final product product model, and this is basically will be a nullable. So we will be just creating an instance for our current product. So I'll be just using the get curr product has a variable, so you can just name it whatever you like. So I will be now just getting the function from that product provider, uh, find the product by the ID. So we will be just able to get that product and just sum the total and get the total. So yeah, now I will be just doing that, which is product provider dot find by ID. And now where from where we just get the ID, so we will be just getting the ID from this value. So sorry, so basically we will be just calling this value, and now we will be just using this product ID. And yeah, now we will also be checking if the current product is null, so just make the total to 0, and if else it is not null, then just make the total and multiply it with the quantity. So basically this is the main logic to just show the total here. So I will be just checking that if current product, sorry, there is a spelling mistake, so I will be just correcting that, which is product doct. Great, now I'll just do that here also, doct. Good. Now we will be just checking if it is null, so just make the total variable to 0. So for that I will be just using the total, which will be total is equal to 0. So basically here what I'm just doing, I'm just using this total is equal to total uh, is equal to 0. So basically you can just make it like this, or you can just use it like this. That's up to you. Whatever um, method you like, you can just use that. So I'm just using this. So yeah, if it is null, so there is no item available in the cart, so we will be just making our total to 0, set our total to 0. If else it is not empty, or there are some items on the card, so we will just take the total. So for that we will be just using this total, and again I'll just do that, which will be plus equal, and now I'll just use double dot parse. So we just need to parse that uh, what just we need to parse. So we will be just getting this current product and the product price. So basically that's the string, so we just need to convert it into our double to just multiply it with our quantity. So now I'll just multiply it with quantity from value and the quantity. Great. Now we just need to return the total also, so I'll just return that. So here basically we are just getting the price, and whatever quantity will be here, whatever quantity we will be just selecting, so we will be just multiplying it with the price, and we will be just getting that total. As simple as that. So yeah, we are done by just getting the total and creating the total method. So now we will be just going to next, and now we will be just getting the quantity for this item, so we will be just showing it here. So whatever quantity user will select, so we will be just showing it here. So for that we will be just creating a function here also. So this time it will be the type of int, and the quantity function name will be this, and I'll just create it. So int total is equal to 0. So now I will be just using the current items again. So I'll be just traversing into all of the map, or all of the lists basically. So for that we will be just using the for each loop, and now I will be just calculating that. Basically total plus is equal to value dot quantity. So we will be just getting that, and now we will be just returning the total. Done. So yeah, we are done, we are good to go. So now we will be just also deleting an item when user just click on this delete button. So we will be also creating a function for that, which will be void, and I'll just name it remove one item. So this is basically a one item. So I'll be just doing that. So for that we just need to add some required fields. So for that, to remove an item from the cart, so we just need to use the product ID to remove it from the cart. So I'll be just requiring it, which will be string and product ID. So this is very much simple. So basically we will be just using the cart items dot remove, and I will be just providing the key. Basically the key is our product ID, so we will be just getting that. That's it. Now we will be just um, refreshing the screen to just use this notify listener. When we just delete this, so it will be just removed and our screen should be refreshed. Great. Now we just need to also configure this button. When user clicks this button, so whatever items are available in the cart, so all the cards should be empty. So for that we will be just using, we will be just creating a function which will be void and clear, which will be local cart. Now I will be just using the item cart items again. Now we will be just using the clear one, which is clear, clear, and that's it, we are done. Now we will just also refresh the screen when user just clear the card, so we will be just refreshing the screen on that basis. So we are just done by creating all the functions, and now this is the time to call them on their desired places. So for that we will be just moving to cart bottom checkout. So for that we will be just going to our this screen, and in the directory which is cart, so we will be just moving here for to just modify that screen to just show the results here. So for that I will be just moving here. So first thing first, so we just need to you create an instance of card provider by using the provider state management, and we just need to also get the product provider. So we just need to create an instance for our provider product provider class. So for that I will be just doing that, which will be card provider basically this provider. And now I'll just use the provider, and we will just import this, and now we will be just using the hop context of this, which is the context, and that's it. So we will be just also providing the name, which class data we will be just getting. So for me we will be just getting the card provider class data. So I will be just providing that card provider. I'll just import this, and again we just need to also get the values of the product provider class. So I will be just providing that product provider, and I'll just use the provider dot of context, and I'll just provide the class to it, which will be provider product provider. That's it. Now we will be just getting that dynamically. So now we will be just configuring these whatever products will be headed here in the cart. So we will be just getting that total and the items, the products and the items. So for that I will be just moving here, and now I will be just configuring this. So for that I will be just doing this, and now I will be just cutting this from here. I'll be just using the dollar sign and this curly braces here. So now I'll just remove this cons from here, and now we will be just doing good. So I will be just calling the cart, which will be cart provider. That's it. Now we will be just getting the get cart items, and now I'll just length. So now I'll just save this. So we will be just getting one here. So yeah, great. So I will be just not cutting the products basically. So I'll just write that, which will be products, and I'll just save this again, and that's it. We are just done. So now I will be just also calling that and getting the quantity. So I'll be just doing this and this, and now we will be just calling the cart provider dot get quantity, and now we will be just getting that. So I'll just save this, and we will be just using the one, and this is one basically. So great. Now we will be just also getting the price. So whatever price this will be, so we will be just getting the price here also. So for that we just need to also use the dollar this with curly braces, and now we just need to uh, get that, which will be card provider and card provider dot get total, and that's it. Now we will just save this, and we will be just getting the price, whatever price we will be just getting there, and we will be just getting that. So I'll just add another one, and we will be just checking that again, and yeah, Great, now we are just getting that two products, two items, so the quantity also one, so basically the items are two. So we will be just configuring this quantity, so user can just choose it from there. So now we will be just moving to quantity bottom sheet, and we will be just updating that. So I'll be just moving here. So for that we just need to get the cart model from our this uh, constructor, so we will be just doing that. So I'll just make the final field here, which will be cart provider, and now we will be just doing good. So cart provider, sorry, we will be just getting the cart model from the constructor, so which will be cart model, and the cart model, and that's it. Now I'll just add the final fields into our this constructor, and that's it. Great, now we will be just getting the header from our cart widget, but we will be just tickling that out. So we are just calling our this quantity bottom sheet inside this cart widget, so we will be just doing that, but I will just configure this from here, and then we will be just doing good. So I'll just remove this, and I'll just move down, and now we just need to create an instance for our card provider, which will be final card provider as equal to provider. I'll just import this, which will be of context, sorry, of context. Great, this, and now we just need to provide the class name, which is basically card provider. Great. So yeah, now we just need to um, update this quantity basically. So we will be just moving here. So what was that basically? So this log, we are just getting a log when we just click here. So now I will be just removing this from here, and now I will be just configuring that. So for that we just need to call the card provider, and now we just um, get that which was our this card provider, and update the quantity, the function basically. So now we just need um, the product ID. So the product ID will be just coming from the cart model, from the constructor. So from there we will be just getting that cart model and the cart ID, product ID, sorry, we will be just getting that. And now the quantity, so I will be just using the index and plus one, as simple as that. So now we will just need to make our this quantity thing into the center. So for that I'll just wrap this subtitle widget with the center widget, and I'll just set this, and we will be just going to the center, but now we are just getting an error, so we will be just solving that. So now I will be just moving to my this cart widget class here. So for that we just um, so here we just need to add the basically required fields. So we have just added from the constructor, so now we are just moving to this class, but now it has a required field here, so we will be just providing that. Basically we are just we have already added this cart model in our previous video lectures, and we will be just adding that. So now yeah, it is good. Now it just moved to the center as we just wanted. So now I just select this, but we also just want to pop when the users just click on this. So for that we will be just doing that. So I'll be just going to bottom here basically. So now we just need to configure that also. um, what was that? So we just need to add a pop function into it, which was this quantity bottom sheet, and here when just user just update that thing, so we just need to pop also. So I'll be just using the navigator, which is navigator dot pop. So I'll just pop. So great, now I'll just save this. So now when I just click something here, So the item is 7, products is 2, and items are 12. 5 plus 7 is 12, and we are just getting that price also. Great, now that's it. So yeah, next what we just want to head this delete function and this delete function, so we will be just doing that. So for that we just need to move to our this cart widget. So yeah, we just need to also initialize our cart provider, so I will be just doing that to just get all the functions for delete and this delete. So I will be just using the final field, which will be cart provider is equal to provider, and now the home context, and that's it. Now we just provide the class name here, which is cart provider. I'll just import that also, and now we will be just doing and getting all the methods from this instance, and I'll just doing that. So now we will be just searching for our that remove. So this is delete, which is color red, and what is the hard one. So this is this. So now we will be just calling this from our card provider, and now we will be just using calling our remove one item. So now we are from where we will be just getting the product ID. So we have already the current product, so I will be just using the get current product dot product ID. So we will be just getting that from there, and we are done. So from there, now we will be just able to delete an item from the cart here. So now we just also need to configure this, so we will be just doing that also. So basically it will be in the cart screen. So yeah, that is here. So I'll be just configuring that. So here we are just also showing only two, so we just need to also show the card. So I'll just add this, and I'll just save this and the card for this. So I'll just add the bracket also, so it will just look good. Great, now that's it. Now we will be just heading and calling that function here. So for that I will be just first show a warning or an error message. So if user want to delete that, so you just need to make sure to delete this. So I'll be just calling it from my help methods, and which will be show error or warning dialog, and now we will be just using the subtitle, which will be remove items, and the function will be coming from the card provider. So for that we just need to initialize that. So I have already done that basically. So from there we will be just getting that. So now I will be just simply calling that to this. So for that I'll be just using this, and now we will be just getting that, which will be clear local card. So we are just getting an error. So we are getting an error basically. So I will be just tackling that. So I'll just undo all of this, and now from there we just need to head it inside this body. So I'll be just using the card provider again, and now I'll just call that. Great, now I'll just save this and save this, and we are done. So now I'll just cut this, and I'll just do this, and we will be just getting that error, which will be okay, and it is not popped up. So we will be just tickling that also later on, but yeah, we are just good to go and we are done. So we will be just heading this and this, and again we will be just moving to our cart. So here we just got three items here, so we just three items, and now I'll just increase the quantity to 14, and this item goes to 16, and this is 14, and this will be 2 as 3 basically. So yeah, it is also working fine. So that's it. From this video and the next videos we will be just improving our card to just um, details page. So if it is already headed here to the cart, so in the details page it should be um, showing that inside in the cart, and we will be just showing the check button here. We will be just improving that also, and we will be just also improving this, basically the title or the warning button, which is just showing okay. So the cancel button is um, not being visible here, so we will be just tickling that out, and we will be just clicking on the okay, so it will be just popped, and it will just um, not being showing here on the screen again. So yeah, next we will be also configuring our latest Ravel products here. So we will be just doing that, but yeah, we will be just doing one thing here. So here when I just add an item, basically it is just going at the bottom. So when I just add the last item in the cart, it should be just on the top. So for that we will be just um, going and use this, basically the reversed one. So for that we will be just using the reverse to just make that work. So when I just add the last item into the cart, so it will be just showing that, basically. So for that, yeah, we are just getting some kind of a scrolling issue also. We will be just solving that. So we just need to wrap our this list view with the expanded widget. So I will be just doing that, which is basically expanded, and that's it. So now I will be just using the value dot reversed to dot reversed, basically this, and now I'll just make it to list again, and that's it. Now I'll just save this, and it will be reversed. So now I'll just use the hand wrap this with the column widget again. uh, so we will be just not getting the render flow issue, so I'll just auto restart this. So I'll just add something into the cart, and I'll be just moving to the cart, and great, now we are just doing good. So now when I just add an item at the last, so it will be on the top. So great, we are done. So in part 16, we have made significant improvements to the shopping cart and checkout process. Users can now easily manage quantities, view the total cost, and seamlessly proceed to checkout. So yeah, checkout is still not functional. We will be just doing that. If you found this part helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for our next segment, where we will continue to enhance our Flutter e-commerce application. Until then, stay happy, stay fit, and as usual, happy fluttering.